Hi, Traci Webb. I just wanted to take a minute today to share a few travel tips with you for the holidays. So I thought that would be really fun to take an Ayurvedic perspective and see how we can help to make our travel experience much more enjoyable, much more soothing, much more relaxing, and much more positive for everybody all around. So the first thing I want to say is that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So what that means here is that if you can just get a few things organized and get them in your little travel bag, that will really serve you in your time of need, in your moment of need when you're actually on the road. So a few of the simple things that I like to use when I'm traveling and that I always encourage my clients to use when they're traveling is to bring along a little 2-ounce size bottle of massage oil with them. And what that might look like, it might just be a little plastic flip top 2-ounce bottle that you fill with plain sesame oil. Or maybe you put some essential oil in there. But actually, I encourage you to bring just plain sesame oil. That way you can use that sesame oil for a lot of different things if you'd like to during your travels. And we can talk about those one at a time here in a minute. So to pack along a 2-ounce sesame oil, and what you're going to do with that is each day in the morning or before bed, if you're not sleeping well, it'll help to calm your nervous system, help you to relax and sleep deeper and stay asleep throughout the night without waking, is to do a sesame oil massage. If sesame oil, if your skin is sensitive to it or you're allergic to it for some reason, or you have really red, ruddy skin, more tendency to have inflamed skin, you might consider using almond oil, or you could even do an almond/coconut combo and then put that in there as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a gentle self-massage in the morning or before bed with that oil. And you use just a little bit of it each day, preferably on your arms and legs for sure, if you can manage to do that. And you literally can just swipe away and just massage down just to get the oil on. If you have more time, you can get more specific and you can do like rubbing back and forth on the bones. You can do circular strokes on your joints and back and forth on your bones like that, circular on your joints. But if you don't have a lot of time, you literally can just massage down from the armpit down, from the shoulder down, all the way down the arms and legs in that fashion. And you also want to be sure to get your spine massaged as well with the oil if you can. So, and the key here is really to warm up the oil before you apply it. You can do that by putting it in a cup of hot water or a sink of hot water, and then let it get warm, and then pour it in your hand and massage it on. And literally just anointing your body, covering your body with your oil, with the oil as much as you can, is really going to soothe the nervous system. Think of it this way, the skin is actually the nervous system on the outside. So there's trillions upon trillions of nerve cell endings on your skin. And whenever you massage the oil on them, it basically soothes your nervous system. It's like putting a warm, soothing blanket over your nervous system. So just think of it in that way of how soothing it is for the nerves. That's the first thing you're going to do is every day do a nice, gentle oil massage. In the arms and legs, the spine as best as you can, especially your lower back, is really, really amazing and really good to soothe the anxiety and to bring your attention to the lower part of your body, which actually has a grounding effect. So that's one thing you can do, and you can even start that before you start to leave to help calm your nerves before your trip. The next thing I want to encourage for you is with that same oil is you can a little bit before bed every night, put a little drop in each nostril and breathe that in and allow that to be in your nose all night while you're sleeping. So that's oiling and lubricating your nasal passages, which will prevent you from getting sick. It'll also coat and protect the delicate mucous membranes to prevent any kind of bacteria and things to come in and invade and cause you to get sick. It'll also help if you feel like you're getting a throat which is a bit raw or dry from the flight or from just feeling like you're getting sick. If you put the oil before bed, it will soothe, so while you breathe, the nose is well lubricated so that the throat, you don't wake up with it so dry. The other thing you can do with the oil before bed is put a drop of oil into each ear. And you literally are just going to warm up the oil to do that again, and just with the flip top, just pour a drop or two into each ear and allow it to massage like that with your ear. It's nice if you can actually put it on inside of the ear hole here and allow it to trickle down inside the actual ear cavity. So you can do that on both sides and maybe lay for a minute or two after you've done each side. And that will also help to calm and reduce anxiety and prevent the ears from having issues with the popping that can happen on the plane. The other thing you can do with the sesame oil is you can actually take that oil and gargle it in the back of your throat in the morning if you ever wake up with a sore throat, or at night before bed, to just kind of lubricate your mouth and prevent your mouth from getting excessively dry while you sleep. So that way you'll wake up feeling, doesn't that just sound amazing? You know, you'll just wake up in the morning feeling like a new person, right? Ready to go, ready to start the day. So there's one major thing, is to bring that oil with you. Another major thing I love to do is to bring essential oils with me. And usually I always will have lavender essential oil with me. Lavender essential oil, you could actually add it into the body massage oil, put a drop or two into the oil in your hand and then massage that all over your body. Lavender has a very calming effect on the nervous system. It's very good, been proven good for anxiety and phobias and panic attacks and these kinds of things. It's also really good for just stabilizing the mood. If you're feeling even slightly depressed or lethargic or tired, it'll help to give you a little bit of an uplift of your spirit. It's also amazing if you were to get a burn on your trip, that you could actually use it on the burn itself, so long as the burn isn't an open wound. If it's just a closed blister or less, you can actually apply the essential oil. For most people, they can get away with applying it directly to the skin, what we call NEAT application, N-E-A-T, but you can put a drop onto the area and then just massage it in and let it be, and that will totally take care of that burning experience and make it so that you have a pleasant day instead of feeling, suffering from the burn all day. That's another added bonus. The lavender essential oil, I also like to bring it while traveling, because it's really good if you get like aches and pains or tension or inflammation or some twitching or something in your spine, like in your muscles in your back. You can take some in the essential oil, in the sesame oil, and just put it right on the problem area to just soothe any inflammation, any tension, any cramping like that, whether it's your calves or your lower back or your glutes or your hips or your shoulders, neck, etc. Okay, so those are two favorite things to do. The other favorite thing I love to do when traveling is I always bring along a little spritzer, a little 1 ounce or 2 ounce, no more, usually a 1 ounce spray bottle, atomizer we call it, of lavender hydrosol. Lavender hydrosol is the floral water that's made as part of the experience of when you make essential oils. You're getting essential oil yield and you're getting hydrosol yield, and you end up with the spent mark, the water that's still left inside. But the water that actually has steamed up and has been distilled out of the plant matter, that's called the hydrosol. And that has similar molecules, similar chemicals to the lavender essential oil itself, but some of them are slightly different. But the general energetics of it are the same, and meaning that it's very good for anxiety and for calming the nervous system, and good to raise your spirits or if you're feeling tired or depressed. But the primary reason I love to use it when I travel is every night and every morning I kind of bookend my day with that as a self-care practice. First thing in the morning after my shower, I will always spray on that lavender essential oil just to cleanse. It's like a general energy field cleanse. It just feels like you're starting your day fresh and new. It gives you like a fresh start feeling. And who doesn't want a fresh start feeling, right? So, and also at the end of your day after your nightly shower, you spray it all over your hair, your face, your chest, your back, just over your whole body and energy field to just cleanse and detox all the thought patterns, all the concerns of the day. Just melt away with that. It's really amazing. You're going to love it. And you can just close your eyes. Be sure to close your eyes and spray it in distance, but you can spray it on your face and your hair. For most people, they're not sensitive to that at all. It's a very diluted, there's a very minimal amount of essential oil actually present in there. And you just spray it and close your eyes and breathe it in. So you're actually breathing in through the lungs. It's entering into the blood system fairly quickly, and it will slowly enter through the skin over time as well that way. To that amazing, beautiful energy cleanse. Another thing that's good to do while you're traveling is to do a couple things to help with your sleep. Because a lot of people, when we travel, Vata dosha goes up. And that's an Ayurvedic term, which means emotionally, it means anxiety goes up, dehydration goes up, sense of stability and groundedness goes up, or ungroundedness goes up, especially if you travel by air, because you're literally leaving the earth plane, getting up into the atmosphere and coming back down. So it's very kind of ungrounding, unsettling for a lot of people. So if that's the case for you, you might notice that your vata goes up when you travel. It means you feel a little more anxious, a little more unsettled, a little more ungrounded. It's kind of harder to relax. So if that's the case, please implement these things we've just suggested. You're going to get so much benefit from that alone. But the other thing you can do is twofold. One is to make sure that your bowels are moving every morning, getting them going every day. Simple suggestions like having prunes in the morning. The other thing you can do is take along some Triphala tablets with you. It's good to travel with Triphala for many reasons, but one of them is that it's really nice to take a couple of tablets before bed just to ensure that the bowels are moving in the morning. If our bowels don't move, what happens is we get more anxiety and more insomnia tendencies, because what is meant to go out of our body isn't going out in our body. You can think of it like you have a plug in the bottom of your body. And so what happens is, even though you keep having experiences throughout the day, what we call prana coming in all day, you're being blocked up down below, so your connection and your grounding cord is not flowing, it's not connected, it's blocked when you're constipated. So we need to get that going so that we can have a flow of the incoming energy can continue to move down. So that's the natural direction of what we call a Pana Vayu in Ayurveda. It gives us a grounding experience. So again, to keep the grounding experience happening, you want to make sure the bowels are moving. And to do that, take a couple of tablets of Triphala before bed, and that will support that process for you. If it doesn't happen by morning and you don't have a bowel movement, take a few more before breakfast that day. You should have some nice bowel movements sometime after breakfast, if that's the case. The other thing you want to make sure to do is to make sure that you maintain well hydrated. If we get too dry when we travel, vata goes up. The anxiety and ungroundedness and dehydration increases. So to prevent that, the other thing we can do is make sure to take ample fluids, preferably not just water, but things like milk, warm milk, and juices like fruit juices or vegetable juices, things that have substance nutrification in them, nutrients in them. The other thing we want to think about is lubricating through taking more oil during our travels. And you literally can just pour more olive oil on your salad, or put more ghee or butter on your toast, or in your oatmeal that morning, or over your rice, or what have you, in your soup, etc. So just adding a few more teaspoons to even a tablespoon of oil throughout the day into your diet throughout that day will help to lubricate your digestive tract, to help the bowels to stay moving, and also to lubricate your system. So the other thing to note is, by having the bowels moving, it enhances sleep naturally. Now the other thing you can do is, if you have sleep is a real trouble for you, aside from all of the things we just discussed, which if you do, then you should fall asleep like a baby and stay asleep like a baby, sleep like a champ. But the last thing you could do to even enhance that and just kind of soothe your emotional body is to drink a warm glass of milk before bed that night, and every night while you're traveling. And in fact, even maybe during the day while you're traveling as a snack. In Ayurveda, we always try to start with raw milk because it's the most intelligent, most alive form of milk. It has the most enzymes and nutrients in it that are full of and teeming with life. But we always want to drink the milk warm. So we try to at least bring it to a boil if we can, or go have it steamed or something somewhere. But the idea is to have hot, warm milk and then to drink that before bed. And what that will do is, milk has natural tryptophan that occurs in it naturally. And so what that does, it's a minute amount, but over time you get going as a routine with this warm milk before bed, especially when you're traveling. If you're getting a little uptake of tryptophan. Tryptophan actually converts in your system to serotonin, which is your happiness neurotransmitter during the day that makes you have a good time on your trip and makes you feel happy, feel good, feel grounded. And then that also converts later into melatonin, which is a natural hormone that is the sleep-regulating sleep hormone that helps you to have a deep sleep, to fall asleep and stay asleep. So the key there is, when we drink the milk, we're getting an uptake of all of those amazing neurotransmitters and hormones and amino acid, tryptophan. Plus, there's also natural estrogens that occur in the milk from the cows, and that estrogen actually helps to soothe and to, we say, bring in the more soma into our system, which has a nutrification, strengthening, calming, happiness promoting quality to it. So our estrogen itself. So the idea in estrogen itself. So the idea is milk, it does a body good. Be sure to have it, especially when you travel, and even especially before bed. So in Ayurveda, we love all year long, all day long, to have a glass of warm milk before bed. It's amazing. Okay, so those are just some very quick and simple travel tips for anybody that anybody can implement. But always, as always, please be sure to consult your physician before implementing any of these suggestions and make sure that these are fit and sound for you. And I wish you happy travels, happy holidays, enjoy your travels, and let us know on our forum on Facebook and in the comments below how these suggestions worked for you. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.